just like fucking animals, man. Free my orders.
Red pill, blue pill, so hard to give it up. I'll be in the box until I die before I give you up. God's plan turned my people into slaves. My whole housewife, they put me in a cage. I done sniffed so much coke, I can't give it up. I done drank too much lean, I can't give it up. I done fucked all that pussy, I can't give it up. I chase money every day, I never give it up.
Free my streets. Free Psych Bite. You been there a long time, cuz. I'm free. I watch family. Turn on family. And I watch strangers. Love me more.
6 niggas, 6 minutes. I'm in the shit until the shit finish. Big crip, new whip, you see the rim spinning. My team spinning, my little cousin Big Bremen. Yeah, mad that I'm a G and my wrist slitty. Play me next pick, I might have your bitch with me. I was told never snitch, shit'll follow me. Niggas switch up, pop shit and give apologies. Perky at the perky, thick bitch sit on top of me. Birdie at the birdie on the block, this monopoly. I'll pull his birdie in the desert, niggas flock at me. Honey pack, Henny bitch, trust me, ain't no stopping me. I got dreams of dead people on top of me. Shoot mine, shoot two of yours, that's philosophy. Little nigga, big chain, riding in a stocky V. Box like Apollo, motherfucker, ain't no rocking me.
God got a plan for me.
Where's that?
For me. I know God got a plan for me. For me.
I ain't never going back.
God got a plan for
Fuck
me.
jail. Free my niggas, I mean, free the guys, boy. I don't want to see you again. Oh my God. I had a good nigga's praise.
He's the greatest.
For my fallen.
Gave us the power of these moments.
Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke.
God got a
Rest in
plan
peace,
for
Asians.
me.
Rest in peace, Chap Out.
Yes, he does.
Rest in peace, Primas.
I know God got a plan.
Free lands.
Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to everybody that's coming up in the building. Appreciate everybody for coming through. I got some things to talk about. Oh yeah, we got Miss Tanja in the building. Please, Tanja, drop your link. I found out today that Tanja had a page, and I was so mad. I'd have been supporting her. She need to be up here too. East New York, she's in the building. She got her page. She need to be going live too with great content. My guy Bad Vibes is in the building. Let me shout y'all out. Bad Vibes is the first one to pull up in the building. East New York was the second one to pull up in the building. Miss Tanja, I see you in the building. Lola Montana, I see you in the building. Appreciate you for popping up. I got some things to talk about today. If y'all can hear me crystal clear, anybody but a dead body, do me a favor and put up some dice cubes. Sipping on some lemonade. Make sure the audio and everything is right. Mr. I think for myself, Bronze Flat Power God, I see y'all both in the building. Salute, brothers. Appreciate y'all for pulling up in the building tonight. How's my audio doing? Is the audio okay? I had a little cold a couple of days ago, but thank God I got it. Sakase, I see my guy Maybach in the building. Salute, my guy. See you in the building. Everybody all right? Let me know the audio was good. You dig what I'm saying? Lola said, check her IG. I'm on it right now, sis. I'm going to check it out right now. Hold on, Lola said, check something out, but she sent me an IG. Y'all know I be there. I be in and out, but if she said it's something, I know it's something important. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's coming in the building. Do me a favor. Please hit that bell notification. Oh, hold on. Let me check this out right quick. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to let y'all vibe out to something, and I'm going to go my homegirl Lola. Check this vibe out right quick I got for the ladies and the fellas. Let's go. I want y'all to vibe out. This is my mama's song. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to my sister Annette. This is her song. She always playing it. I want y'all to vibe and dance and be in a good mood right now because I had a headache earlier, but I'm feeling better. Let's go.
I saw your body.
Yo, let's rock out. We got my man Peoples in the building. Bad Vibes is back in the building. Angel is in the building. Let's rock out one more time, y'all. Let's go.
DJ Rescue. I saw.
Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's my mama's song. Y'all don't know nothing about that, man. Shout out to everybody that's pulling up in the building, man. Let's get into some grown folks conversation because I'm noticing, and everybody, I want y'all to know something. February the 9th, Monday, was my mother's birthday. She would have been 74 years old. She would have been 74 years old. And I dreamt about my mother. I didn't dream about her on her birthday. I dreamt about my mother yesterday, last night. Tuesday night, well, Wednesday morning. I dreamt about my mother. I had the most beautiful dream about my mom's. And something that I was looking out for, I'm not going to tell y'all nothing yet. I'm just going to show y'all next week. Something that I was looking out for, that I actually had in my prayers, it came to me on February the 9th, my mother's birthday. I was looking for a particular email. I'm going to give you that much. I'm going to give y'all a little hint. I was looking for a particular email. And then I got a phone call February the 10th. Got a phone call February 10th. Lady said on the phone, she said, I sent you an email, Mr. McLeod. And we're waiting for your response. So I said, oh, snap, let me check my emails out. Pardon me, y'all. Let me check my emails out. And come to find out, certain things I was looking for popped right up in my email. Certain things that I was looking for popped right up in my email. So y'all ain't gonna tell me God ain't good. 2020, I see you in the building. Cynical One, I see you in the building, sis. Thank you, Angel. If y'all believe God is good, put God is good in the chat, man. Because I've been watching certain things. Shout out to my homegirl, TT, y'all. I want y'all to pray for my homegirl, TT. She got a bad cold. She did a live earlier. She had to vent. She got some things off her chest. You know, that's why I've been sitting back, just paying attention. I've been really not sure about this YouTube thing. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've been having some real conversations with myself and God because shout out to the real content creators. My man Maybach is in here. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to the real. I see why my nigga Sheep Stay Sleep just backed up off of YouTube. I'm telling you, I see why my guy Sheep Stay Sleep, shout out to my nigga DS1 Ross the Boss, backed out of YouTube. I'm seeing it all the time. I'm seeing what YouTube, matter of fact, it's not just YouTube. I'm seeing what social media has the tendency to do to people. I've been there. I've been through it. I've been through it. Social media will seriously put something on you that you don't understand is happening. My man Rose Gold in the building, salute. Y'all thought about Rose Gold yesterday. My man has some Rose Gold runts. If you think I'm joking, y'all can type it up. I don't suck a jab and I don't monkey foot like some of these niggas be doing. I don't do none of that. I said, oh shit, I never knew that. It's something called Rose Gold runts. Very high potency. Very high potency. And believe it or not, y'all, I haven't even been smoking bud. Y'all could believe it if y'all want to. That's on Sharon McLeod. I have not even been smoking bud. And the crazy part about it is, I can prove it. I can prove it. I'm going to tell you how God worked. Tell you how God worked. When I was in New York, I smoked some Za every day. Every day. Fire. Woo! I'm talking about some Don DeMarco. And then I came back to North Carolina because when I was going to New York, I was in contemplation about moving back to New York because of a certain job. But I had to wait, but you know my bills don't stop, so I came back to North Carolina. And the crazy part about it is the minute I got back to North Carolina, I had put in an application for a job. True story. Put in an application for a job. And you know when it comes to THC, marijuana, it usually takes you 31 days for it to be completely out of your system. I'll tell you how God worked. I had to go take a urinalysis. This is true story, man. I swear to my mother's soul, right here in the God. I had to go take a urinalysis. I went to my cousin. I said, yo, cuzzo, I need you. He said, for what? I said, I need some of that pee-pee. I need some of that urine, dummy. These is cold-blooded facts. You know, I'm vulnerable about my shit. I'm just dead real because I got to talk about God for a minute. He was like, I got you, boy. Don't even worry about it. So other times when I've went to jobs and had to take urinalysis, I practiced the same mechanism, baby. Got some urine for somebody that I know don't mess with no bud or nothing. But see, you got to ask people what they into because there's a lot of motherfucking drugs out here. A lot of motherfuckers is on them pills. A lot of people on them pills, them Xanaxes, them Percocets, whatever them opioids and whatever them shits that people is using. So if a person don't smoke no bud, but they're on pills and they're on that booger sugar, you still fucked up. So check how God worked. Let me give God some praise. I got to give him some praise. Let me tell you how God worked. I get the urine from my cousin. I'm popping. I go take the urinalysis. Same way that I usually have it before, the same mechanisms of keeping it hot. I usually kept it hot. I go take the urinalysis. I give the urine to the person that's examining the specimen. Let me tell you what the young lady did. The lady took the cup. Never seen nothing like this in my life. She took the cup and put the cup on the top of her hand. Now, if anybody knows anything about taking a urinalysis, when you take a urinalysis, the minute there's something fraudulent pertaining to the temperature, because you know it's supposed to be between 98 and such, the body temperature, anything about any fraudulent, you're automatically discontinued and you're terminated from the exam. The lady took the cup, put it on her hand, y'all. She said, it's not warm enough. She said, go in the bathroom and pour it out and try again. Y'all with me? If y'all with me, put some dice cubes in the chat. If y'all with me, put some dice cubes in the chat. Hey, Monique, I see you, sis. If y'all with me, put the dice cubes in the chat. The lady took the cup, put it on top of her raw skin hand, the bottom of the cup. She said, baby, that's not warm enough. Yeah, if I'm lying, man, I never hug my beautiful mother again. She said, go ahead in that bathroom and pour it out. So now the urine that I had prior, that I got from my cousin, I had used it for the cup. So now I done poured it out. The lady didn't tell me, leave. She didn't tell me, you are discontinued. Can anybody tell me what she did? She got they got a bunch of bottled water, but they had the little nip bottles. She gave me 2 of them. I drank it. Still didn't have to use the bathroom. I said, ma'am, can I get one more? She gave me 1 more. I drank it. And it was almost lunchtime. I'm telling you this story, not about the urinalysis. I'm talking about God for a minute, because I don't know who need to hear this. God is real. God is real. Listen to what I'm saying to you again. God is real. So boom, I drink it. I'm sitting there. She said, baby, I need you to do something. I said, huh? She said, I need you to go in there and give me what you can because I need to go eat my lunch. Let me tell you how God worked. I went and did the urinalysis. I put God pulled the exact amount of urine out of my body into the cup because there's a little black line. The exact amount. It didn't go over it. It wasn't under it. And I gave it to the lady. She took the cup, put it on her hand again, put it down and said, okay, you're fine, and went to get the little, it's like a 4-prong plastic thing that's sterile. Just take it out, you got to put it in the cup, and they're looking for, you know, any type of drugs, marijuana, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When she put it in the cup, she looked at me. She just looked at me. But the look in her face wasn't like the look she gave me when I first went in there with my cousin's urine. She just gave me a look like it was confusing to her. My grandmother always told me, no news is good news. So I'm waiting for the company to call me. I get no phone call. Shout out to my nigga Zeke Black, the Godfather, 050. Shout out to the whole 050, China Brim, Harlem Legend, Jai Ace, Cola James, Melquan the General, et cetera, et cetera. Platinum Shine. I get no phone call. I get no phone call. My man Zeke hit me up. He was like, yo, them niggas called you yet? I'm like, nah. Nah, they ain't called me yet. And I'm a little discouraged. I'm a little upset. My right hand to God, I'm still giving praise to God. Every day I'm telling God, I know you got me. Don't worry about it. I heard my grandmother say, no news is always good news, because my uncle was in the hospital one time, and she said, as long as they're not telling you anything, there's hope. I get the phone call February the 10th, which was Tuesday. Mr. McLeod. I'm like, how you doing? She was like, I knew he was waiting for me to call. And I'm sitting there like this. I'm on the phone. She can't see my face because I know I just burnt some fire when I was in Brooklyn. The whole time I was in Brooklyn. Fire! She said, I sent you an email because I need you to fill out something. She said, and I want you to take another email. I'm gonna send you another email after you fill that out, because I have a job for you. It's a term of offerment for a job. Good money. The only thing about the job that was a little upsetting to me, but then again, I thought about God. Let me tell you something about God. I thought about God. She said, right now, we won't have you on first shift. 12 hours a day, 8 in the morning to 8 at night, or 8 at night to 8 in the morning. She said, we don't have the spot for you on first shift that you wanted, but I got a better spot for you. Green Eyes, salute. I got a better spot for you, but it's from 8 at night to 8 in the morning. She said, are you interested? I said, I need a job. It's either that or going back in them streets. And I told God, I'm done with the streets. The streets is just, them shits is over. They're like the whole moral compass of the streets is over. It's not what I remember. It should have been over back then, because maybe me and a bunch of other good individuals that I know wouldn't have went down certain roads we went down, because we all products of our environments, from the men to the women. All of us. Whether you want to believe it or give thanks or not, you're a product of your environment. When I got the acceptance letter and the offer, the first thing says, Mr. McLeod, we thank you for your background check completion and your drug test completion. And they said, we are honored to give you the job. And I just looked at God like, I tell you about footprints. I tell you, that's like one of my favorite passages. You dig what I'm saying? Because footprints, if you don't know anything about footprints, it was a man that had everything. He had women, he had money, he had cars, he had fame, he had admiration, whether it was good or wrong, and then he would just go to the beach. And he would talk to God. He would walk with God, you know? He would see his set of footprints and he would see God's set of footprints. But then that man lost it all. He lost the money. He lost the cars. He lost the fake admiration. He lost the support. And then he started going to that beach still, because he said the only thing that he had to talk to was God. So when he went to the beach for a couple of days and was walking up and down the beach, he only seen one set of footprints. So then he got discouraged, and of course, you know, he got a little upset and he started cursing God and was like, when I needed you, when I didn't need you and I had the world, you was there. He started saying how he hate God. He was like, but damn, when I need you the most, you just left me by myself. So God chuckled. Let me tell you what God said. He said, the reason why you only see one set of footprints, you don't see two sets of footprints. He said, because that's when I was carrying you. Don't let that go over your head. Don't let that go over your head, y'all. Thank you, Green Eyes. 20 Twin said it was then when my son when I carried you. So y'all ain't gonna tell me God ain't real. And shout out to Green Eyes, because he had a battle. He had a battle on Cuba the Bronx. It was him versus Black to the P. Shout out to my nigga Black to the P. Fire battle. Fire battle. Shout out to Behind the Bar. He did a show on it. He said he wanted to know from everybody's opinion who won the battle. Green Eyes, hands down. Bodied him. Bodied him. Black to the P, fire bars also. Green Eyes had more effective punches. He dropped a lot of effective punches and bombs that a lot of people might not have caught, but I got an ear for this shit. So I'm not gonna front. The nigga Green Eyes got a talent. If he deserves a social security check. I will say that. Shout out to my nigga El Plaga. Shout out to my nigga El Plaga. My nigga deserves a fucking check. But when it comes to that MCing, nah, I can't take that shit from him. Like he said, Don DeMarco, facts. Got some people in here tonight. I want to talk about something, man. Because I see it all the time, especially on social media when it comes to adults caught in their second childhood. It's not just men, it's men and women. It's not just men, it's men and women. That's a fact, people. You know Green a little crazy, you know what I'm saying? But if you go listen to that battle with him and Black to the P, both of them dropped fire. I'm not gonna take nothing from nobody in the battle, but if you listen, that nigga Green was punching, like he was punching. He just back-to-back punches. I'm talking effective punches that made sense too. I'm like, oh shit. And then he threw something in there with Biggie, with the blicky. I said, uh-oh, he bugging. This nigga's crazy, but let's get back to the show. He said, spread love is the Brooklyn way. Let's get back to the show. If everybody hasn't been seeing what's going on, Ja Rule happened to be on first class on a plane with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda. You've seen the whole altercation. Ja Rule screaming back towards them. They're both having their exchanges on a plane. But Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda has been being criticized and ridiculed. People are saying that they're soft and they're suckers. Because if anybody knows about the ongoing beef between G-Unit and Murder Inc. Records, rest in peace to Irv Gotti, this has been going on for over 20 years. People have been arrested. People have been shot. People have been stabbed. This is not trolling. This is not just people running their mouth. People have been hurt behind this altercation between these two groups. And Ja Rule was on the plane by himself. And there was different parts of it. You've seen him and Ja Rule and Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo going back and forth. And then you also seen a part when Ja Rule stood up and was like, yo, let's just shake right quick. Because I don't take Ja to be no sucker. You know what I'm saying? Chief, I see you in the building. He said Yayo and Uncle Murda didn't want to become a flight risk and catch charges, so they verbally trolled him until he left. Facts. Facts. They verbally trolled him. You know, just fucking with him. Yo, King Troll, I see you in the building. Salute, beloved. I seen your show earlier, bro. I seen your show, bro. I caught it late, but you right, bro. That's one thing. Matter of fact, shout out to Annette and shout out to East New York. I was just talking about them. They're in the building right now. I was just talking about King Troll earlier to my homegirls. I don't know if people, I ain't gonna get into everything I know. I just be quiet about certain shit. But King Troll is not a regular dude. You dig what I'm saying? He's not. What I mean by that is I've always gave him props for being the person that trolls the trolls. He got his own style. He got his own motherfucking diddy bop. And I'm noticing that people are trying to really shoot at him because if, like I've learned this on YouTube, if you shoot at what's popping, if the person that's popping responds back to you, the person that's shooting gets recognition. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. And he's, like I said, I'll be paying attention to what he said. It's a bunch of people, like that's why I'm doing this show right now. It's a bunch of adults that are caught up in their second childhood. It's just facts. Because when we was young, of course, we was in our 20s, we was in our teens. If we seen somebody, we had the ignorance. We didn't give a fuck if we was on a plane, Madison Square Garden, the A-Train. If you see somebody that was deemed to be an enemy, we pop off. But we are parents now. We are parents now. We are of certain ages. And I got to give props to Tony Yayo and Uncle Murda, because Uncle Murda was just trolling him on some Brooklyn shit. You know, just fucking with him. But if it wasn't for Tony Yayo being the voice of reason, it's just so fucked up. People just, so you mean to tell me Tony Yayo's loyalty, I've never, yo, let me tell you something. I have that loyalty. Club Fortune, salute. I'm talking about, I have that. See what she said? We were just talking about King, because they be thinking dude is regular. He's not regular, man. Like, he just funny as a motherfucker. I even go check him out because the nigga make me laugh. They said, Dice, I thought you didn't like trolls. I don't like trolls. I don't like trolls. But I love to be entertained. I love to be entertained. You dig what I'm saying? And when you entertain with some sense, it's funny to me. And he got a grown folks shit. He just dropped one earlier about us thinking we was Africans. Like, it's like certain shit on this YouTube shit, y'all. That's why I be sitting back and I don't really, and I feel bad to the supporters and the members. That's why I made a decision that I got to start going hard, because it's really people on YouTube that want to hear great content, but it's so muffled out with the bullshit. I mean, the shit is so muffled out with the bull. Like I've never seen this shit before. Like I really haven't. You know what I'm saying? If I don't fuck with you, you ain't never got to worry about me coming to your chat. If I don't fuck with you, you ain't never got to worry about me being on your stage. But on this spot here, it's confused admiration. It's confused admiration. And it's really a bunch of, no disrespect to the LGBTQT, there's a bunch of DL homosexuals on this app. It's just simple and plain. I've never seen it, but the shit that I've heard, meet up. Like, if that's really what you got on your motherfucking heart, you dig it? I don't advocate no violence. You dig what I'm saying? I swear to God, I walk on peace. I've been through that too much. I know what it is, running around, looking over my shoulder, looking for niggas, warring in the street, shit blowing at me, shit whistling. Like, until a motherfucker hear a whistle that's accompanied with a bullet that just missed you or your face, like bullets so close to you that you hear, like, until you sitting behind green garbage cans when it was no cameras. The game is over. Every block now, they're cameras. They're motion detectors that when shots are fired, the police have exact indication to where these shots are coming. I survived it. We didn't have none of that shit. When I was coming up, the police came after the shots were done. When it was time to pick bodies up or put sheets over bodies. You dig what I'm saying? It wasn't like now. You dig what I'm saying? That's why I move the way I move. Dog Soldier, I see you in the building. That's why I move the way I move. And if you really pay attention to how people carry themselves on this app, it shows me who you are, man. Like for real. I don't advocate no violence no more, because I've really been places. I have so many friends that didn't make the age of 20. I got friends that died because there wasn't activities back in the days. We didn't have too much activities. So they made games like jumping from elevator to elevator. I got friends, rest in peace to my nigga Calvin. He got crushed in the elevator, jumping from elevator to elevator. I know niggas that died because they fell off trains, because they was surfing trains, because they was bored. We didn't have nothing to fucking do. It was just, we had to make shit up. That's why when I look at this bullshit on YouTube and I watch adults, I'm talking about, people that are supposed to be adults, drop guard, people that are supposed to be adults, treating each other with so much blatant disrespect. I know you've never done nothing and you've never been through nothing. Like when we was coming up, when we said SMD, we knew something came behind that. If you tell a nigga SMD and he don't try to knock your head off, or y'all not squaring up, we just left niggas the fuck alone because niggas was pussy. BDB salute. We didn't We didn't keep doing the running around and and then that nigga, King Troll said some shit the other day that made me feel so much like a sucker. Cold-blooded fact made me feel like a sucker because I've been told this by people around me. But when when I get aggravated, when I used to get aggravated, I just do anything. That's why I'm doing this show about Tony Yayo and them. Like, King Troll says some of the realest shit. He said, I don't argue with women. He said, because it makes me feel like a bitch. I said, damn. Damn. Because when we was coming up, we didn't do that. Niggas, if you saw a dude arguing with a woman, it was usually his girl. Or his baby mother, because he got caught fucking with a chick, or she thought he was fucking with a chick, or she might have been fucking with a nigga. You didn't see men and women, it's no disrespect to the women today, but it's just the women were tough and they were aggressive when I was coming up, but they had different characteristics about them. They had different, Precious Pearl, I see you in the building. They had different characteristics about them. I mean, today you see so much instigation. So much instigation. And see, when we was coming up, we always had homegirls, or, like, I'm from that era. Like, I had homegirls that, oh, she beefing with you, Dice? I'm gonna bust her ass. My homegirl Meek to be in here. Shout out to Meek. I knew Meek 30 years plus, 40 years, Jackie Robinson shit, Big Decept shit. Like, we had Deceptinettes. Like Spanky and Sparky and Robin and Vanessa Foxworth and Bakia and Yvette and Rambo and Lisa. Like, we had homegirls that when women were running their mouth and stepping over lines, we went and got our homegirls because that was the mutual respect. Because when niggas got out of line, we was who they came and got. It's gonna be, I don't know if people really want to understand this shit because it took a long time for me to pay attention to this shit. Either you're gonna grow up and evolve, or you're gonna stay stagnated where you at. What break my heart is every time I go home, the same things niggas was doing. I'm 53 years old. The same things niggas was doing 30 and 35 years ago. A beer in their hand. Standing on the corner smoking, buying loose leaves. If you're an adult and you can't buy a pack of cigarettes, this is a habit that you should not have. See, we're from the era when we didn't have something, we did without. Because we knew running around just taking a blunt from somebody, you don't know what was in that fucking blunt. Niggas was putting angel dust, cocaine, crack. Like, niggas talking about what they was doing. I can tell, I don't even have to be around you. I can tell you wasn't there. If you didn't go from the Philly, from the Philly cigar to the White Owl to the Dutch Master to the Fronto Leaf, back to the Dutch Master, to the Optimo, to the Chocolate Garcia Vega, you ain't been around no good reefer. You have not been around no good reefer. The bud that's around today, the Zai and all that, don't get it twisted. This shit, I told myself, this shit is getting me too high. When you don't have no control of who you are and what you're doing. And then a lot of these dudes, I'm not going to call you men. I'm just going to say dudes because you have penises. The way you carry yourself is so suspect. That's why so many women today are so angry and so tough. It's like I'm in the South. And shout out to a lot of these women down here because it's only certain jobs in certain areas, like plant work or production. It's women that's working 10, 12 hours a day to make sure them babies and them bills is paid. And they man is sitting in the crib all day with a bunch of niggas smoking reefer. They man is sitting in the crib all day with a bunch of niggas eating up the kids' food. They men is fucking up their cars. I'll drive you to work. You can't even, it's niggas down here that won't even come pick their girl up from work. You dig what I'm saying? Your girl lets you hold a car. A lot of you niggas don't even have the responsibility to obtain a driver's license. But that woman, she got so much faith in you, you can have the car. Just be here when I get off. But then your woman is outside calling you. Baby, you know I get off at 9 o'clock. It's 9:47. Where you at? Yo, and you hear a bunch of niggas in the background. Yo, I'm about to drop my mans in the mall first. Don't worry about it. I'm on the way. You can't catch a ride with nobody else? Like these niggas that's on the internet saying Tony Yayo and UNCLE Murda is suckers. No, you niggas is suckers. Like the nigga Yayo said, he's in Morocco eating duck. You know what I'm saying? Wild pancakes. Dubai. Europe. The UK. Traveling the world. Getting money. And you're supposed to throw that off? I want y'all to pay attention to what Tony Yayo said pertaining to this situation with Ja Rule. And I want to know who y'all think the sucker is. Fair YouTube usage, y'all. Check this out.
Welcome to Roku. Roku makes every part of the TV experience better, including...
You know what I'm saying? But, and I feel blessed and you know, always trusting in God and Jesus. So, for me, when you block your blessings, fucked up shit happens to you. When you look at the story, Ja Rule and them was trying to block 50's blessings. You heard Herb say, like, yo, we was blocking their blessings. We wish we would have signed the universal system, block all their shit, fuck them. Yo, you can't block people's blessings. I don't do that. Like I said, if he would have got on a plane, shut the fuck up, because I see a lot of people in the industry dick riding and glazing. So to them, if he would have got on a plane and shut the fuck up, I would have respected that. Because ain't much you gonna do.
So he ended up taking a different flight.
Oh yeah, he sat down. Oh, when I threw the pillow back at him, bitch ass nigga, right? He sat down. He was the first when everything had popped off. Mind you, he was texting. He was scared. I don't know if he was texting his travel agent. Mind you, this dude is so small. You know how you can see somebody head in the airplane? Like he's so small I couldn't even see like what he was doing because he's under the seat. You know how you sit up in the seat and you can see he was down here, like he down here and shit. I can't even see what he's doing. He's so little and shit. Pause. And I couldn't see what he's doing, so I'm looking over and I'm like, I'm texting Murda. Because I'm texting Murda. I'm like, yo, Murda, what point was texting? You know what I'm saying? So he texting this shit. This is when he think he gonna take off, but everything happened. Now, after everything popped off, when we went to talk in the front and we sat back down and I threw him the pillow, fast forward back to that, sorry. The stewardess came to him. Murda went to the bathroom. The stewardess came to him, right? She whispered something in his ear. And then he walked off. Like, I think she came back and then she said him in the ear. She came back and got him. He got off the plane. They spoke to him. I don't know if his family, I don't know if his fucking travel agent, but man, that man was scared for his life, man. And it wasn't like we was bullying him. It was like we just couldn't coexist being like that. That's why I said beef, to us, all the shit I've been through in life, beef never get old, bro. It just get old. It's never dead. Excuse me. That's it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't coexist on that flight together. He knew that. We knew that. His nervous system kicked in. He's only seen me. He didn't know who else was on the plane. Seen Murda. Murda started bullying the nigga on his Brooklyn bully shit. Of course, he bullying the nigga. And it turned into that. But he was doing a lot of shit for the police. He always talking about niggas is the police and you policing. Because I told him, I said, yo, Josh, sit down, relax. I know you nervous. He's putting on the scene. I'm not putting on the scene. I'm like, Murda, chill, sit down, bro. You bugging. We got a lot of money to make. We got to go to fucking Italy, France, and all these places in India and fucking, I'm thinking about traveling the world. He's not making more money than us.
Y'all heard what he just said? They got to go to Italy, France, Brazil, traveling the world. Whoever felt as though that they was supposed to attack that man, like he said, if they get into a fight, pay attention to this. It ain't like back in the day. If you get into a fight right now on the airport, number one, it's usually 4 to 6 undercover federal agents on that plane every time you go. It's usually 4. BDB said he's spinning a narrative. He's spinning a great narrative too, because let me explain something to you. Ja Ace, I see you in the building, salute. He's spinning a great narrative. And the reason why I believe him is, if you know anything about G Unit, if you know anything about Tony Yayo, Tony Yayo is the one that slapped Jimmy Henchman's son. Niggas died behind that shit. Tony Yayo is the one that popped off on Jimmy Henchman's son when G-Unit was riding around with bulletproof trucks. And his loyalty. Let me explain something to you. A lot of niggas can learn a lot from motherfucking Tony Yayo. I don't give a fuck what him and 50 go through. I don't give a fuck. They had a time when 50 Cent was grabbing him and throwing him and supposedly slammed him in a bush on in some ice and some snow. Yayo don't give a fuck about that shit, man. That nigga Yayo said this nigga is the reason why I own a mansion. Like, the loyalty today is not the loyalty that we came from. The same loyalty Yayo is displaying is the same loyalty we displayed when we said, yo, check this out. St. John's Park, we got a pool around the corner. We know all them girls, but let's go to Betsy Head. Let's go to Betsy Head Pool. We had to go to Brownsville, where automatically when we come to Betsy Head Pool, we are surrounded by Brownsville teenagers and children that are raised just or more vicious than us. But the loyalty, see, when we was coming up, we knew who not to take with us nowhere because of the loyalty. We're going to Brownsville or Betsy Head Pool. We're going to Lincoln Terrace Park to the pool. It was times when me and my friends have went all the way as far as Staten Island Pool. But that's when we was kids. Federal offense for fight on a plane. You see what Ja Rule said? You see what Ja said? Federal case. Feds. First of all, let me explain something to you. Niggas ain't just, first of all, since 9/11. Since 9/11, you're not on a plane by yourself. The person that you least expect to be an agent is an agent, whether it's male or female. And like Tony Yayo said, they're going to 86 us. They're going to 86 us off these planes, meaning one fight. So you mean to tell me it's more important to you to say that you beat up somebody that you had a problem with? That's more important to you than overlooking that problem that you have with somebody to make sure that you will still be able to go across country and fly on airplanes and successfully take care of you and your family. See, niggas got their motherfucking morals fucked up. They got their priorities thrown off. That's them niggas, no offense, matter of fact, all offense, that when we was 20 years old, niggas was on the corner, yo, let me get a loose leaf. Yo, let me get $1 because I want to buy a beer. Yo, let's get down on a bottle of alcohol. It's niggas that age, 50 plus, now, I just left Brooklyn, doing the same fucking thing. On Friday night, niggas ain't talking about going home to chill with their fucking children. Niggas is talking about getting a fucking gallon of Hennessy. Or a fifth of Don Julio. And some plastic cups. To sit on somebody else's stoop. I don't want to be around you type niggas. Because your mind has not evolved. I don't want to be around you niggas. I don't give a fuck if we went to free lunch. I don't care if we was down from rock fights. I don't care about none of that shit. People need to start acting like fucking adults, man. It's a bunch of people, like Nas said, that are caught up in their second childhood. Friday night, you got 2-3 kids, you got a lady, you got a woman, but you want to be outside with a bunch of niggas. See, that shit don't make no sense. Now, I can't get upset at the fact that you worked all week. And you have a home. And you invite one of your homeboys over. Or you invite a couple of your homeboys over. But they have women that is like family. See, this is what adults do. See, adults, they have get-togethers. with family and friends. Well, you and your ladies having a dinner, me and my ladies coming over. Oh, your kids is over there? I'm bringing my kids. A lot of us is fucking up by trying to be in relationships but live like we single. Somebody got to say it. Somebody got to say this shit. I'm telling you ladies right now, if you got a man and your homegirl don't, you soon gonna lose your man if you don't cut that woman off. I'm telling my niggas this now. The niggas that you call your friends, the dudes that you call your man, if they don't have a woman or they don't have children, if they don't have responsibilities or things that they are afraid of losing, get the fuck away from them. Get away from them. And you know what bugs me out too? Childish behavior. Childish behavior from adults. Because when you're a child, you're supposed to move and act as a child. But when you become an adult, that's what you're supposed to act. I mean, I hear some of the things that people say to each other that sometimes they don't even mean it as effective as it is. Because some people you can look at and be like, oh, that nigga's a bitch ass nigga. Ha 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 ha. Some dudes would be like, yo, he just running his mouth. Some niggas will pull a gun out and pistol whip you over that shit. Because it's a certain respect. Like my uncle used to tell, he said, I've been around too many murderers to let a sucker ever play with me. And I feel the same way. I've been around too many murderers, not people that caught bodies by mistake. I've been around serial killers. I've been around cold-blooded criminals that demanded nothing but respect and conducted themselves as some of the most respectful individuals that I have ever met. This is men and women. This ain't just men. This is men and women. That's why I be so disappointed in what I see on YouTube and on social media. It's not just YouTube. It's a lot. It's Instagram. It's like everybody today, not everybody. It's like a high majority of people that don't have no realistic value of life in their mind. Big guy, I see you in the building. Like, when has it been so cool to move like kids? I thought that's what the kids supposed to do. I really thought that's what the children was supposed to do, because if the kids emulate us, what I mean by us is all of us. We got older men telling younger men that I have more respect for you because you have more money than me. When it came to the 70s, mothers and fathers were in the household. And this was due to the most dangerous epidemic, which was heroin. That's why people be talking about people with heroin. When we came up, heroin addicts, they believed in family. Mothers and fathers. But then in the 80s, a lot of us was raised by our mothers. Polo, I see you in the building. And then in the 90s, because of the devastation of crack, a lot of kids was raised by their grandparents. So if you're a kid, you're 12 and 13 years old, and your grandmother and your big mama is 60 and 65 and 70 years old, what do you think is going to happen? See, grandma is the one that's going to be like, well, don't bother that baby. That's all right. Bring them here. But a 60 plus, 70 plus year old person cannot keep up with a 12 or a 13 year old, because my grandmother and grandfather was asleep before 8:30, 9 o'clock. So if grandma and pop is asleep before 8:30, 9 o'clock, and you know they schedule, they're not getting up till about 4:30 in the morning. Because I had a grandmother that got up and made sure every day before her husband left that house, he had something hot in his stomach to eat. All that's over too. All that's over too. It's some women today that you be like, yo, you know I gotta go to work, whether it's 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day, and it's so much selfishness. A motherfucker won't even get up and make you some sandwiches. A motherfucker won't even get up and make you some sandwiches. To put in a bag, won't put an apple, a snack, no chewing gum, potato chips, a little juicy juice, nothing. They have this design laziness where they say, you know what? He'll get something to eat. He has money. That defeats the whole fucking purpose of unity. It just defeats the whole purpose of unity. The appreciation level is gone. Respect for each other is slowly but surely dwindling away. What I mean by that is, it's dudes now that'll let their women wear totally inappropriate motherfucking outfits. So what? That's what she wants to wear. I think it looks good on her. But what outfit does that say to the world? It's so depressing now that if you try to tell your woman something, she might think you're trying to control her. It's so depressing if women tell their men something. Instead of us men pay attention to that woman being concerned with you, the first thing a man will say is, "You're not my mother." That's why the whole relationship aspect is dwindling down now. It's just facts. It's just facts. If we get back to real respect for each other, y'all, I think everything will turn out right. Because Tony Yayo, to me, did one of the best things ever. I'm not going to lie to you. He did one of the best things ever. He proved that he is no longer the person that he used to be. When G-Unit first came out and they was just trying to get money and go on shows and do mixtapes and all that, of course they had that hunger and that aggression. Them dudes are multi-millionaires now. They got one of the hottest podcasts, The Real Rap Show. It's on YouTube right now doing numbers. And to me, they're the new odd couple. When it gets back to the respect, I think we'll be all right, y'all. Let's vibe out for a minute. Let's go. Shout out to Stephanie Mills. Shout out to Teddy Pendergrass. Like Maybach said, long live Teddy. To the man that I had to time out. I timed you out to tomorrow because Troy, or whatever your name is, I never saw you over here before. But one thing I do not tolerate, y'all, is trolling. I do not do the disrespect in the chat. I do not do the trolling. I wish, tell you the truth, that every content creator would administrate this, because if we stop these morons, these idiots, and these kids caught up in their second childhood, if we train them how to respect each other in the chat, I think that a lot of shows would have so much more support. Because it's like, I'm going to keep it funky. It's certain chats that I will never go to because of the bullshit that's in their chat. I might watch the show. I'll give it the like button. But I will never type in the chat because of the bullshit that's going on in the chat. I don't like that shit, y'all. I know people be saying I don't like the shit. The shit is weird to me, man. It's weird to me how you can start a show and then people are coming to the show and then they'll just start talking directly to you, but you came to see somebody. That shit is weird to me. And respectfully, matter of fact, disrespectfully, if you fuck with a pedophile, you're not welcome over here. I be in a lot of chats just paying attention to how niggas be speaking to this nigga that's accused of sexually assaulting his daughter and abusing his kids. If you fuck with something like that, you shouldn't be around me. I don't trust you like that. If you fuck with somebody that has sexually abused a child, you will sexually abuse a child. It's no excuses. And I know a lot of people be saying, yo, Dice, but I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, y'all. I don't care. I don't want nobody. I don't want nothing like that in my chat. And what disgusts me is some of the women. It's heartbreaking. That shit is heartbreaking. You know a nigga up here sexually assaulting his daughter, making his sons dress up in dresses, beating on women, stealing from women. Just a foul individual that should have been in a condom. He should have never even been created. He should have never even been allowed to go in a woman's womb and her to produce something like this. And it's like the women, when I see y'all just saying hello to this nigga, I just say to myself, who are you? Who are you? Like, who are you? Have you been through that much trauma in your life where you can make an excuse for somebody that's just evil? And unfortunately, there are a lot of men that are into shit like that. Abusing women, abusing their children, manipulating their children, making them think something is correct about that. And I'm starting to think a lot of these women that be supporting this nigga, that be doing that shit, either they was sexually abused and they going through some horrific traumas in their life that they need some straight up counseling for, or they just don't care. Or you just don't care. I don't want your money. I don't want your super chats. I don't want your memberships. If you fuck with a person that will sexually abuse a child, I have no respect for you. If you fuck with a person that will mentally and physically abuse everything that comes in their circle, I will never fuck with you. I won't. It's simple and plain. It's just not me. I can't knock nobody for what they do. I just know who I got to answer to when it's time for me to be judged, you dig? And like I said, my moral and my integrity is a little bit too different. I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not better than nobody, but I am better than a bunch of people. I may not be better than them when it comes to physical. I may not be better than them if it comes to financial. But hell if I'm not better than them when it comes to my moral compass. Because I wasn't raised like that. When we came up, we ain't fuck with niggas like that. A lot of people like to brush stuff under the rug. Why is it a rug anywhere? My grandmother always told me, if you got some dust or some dirt, you sweep that dust up in that dirt, you throw it in the garbage and you take it out the house. You don't sweep no dust under no rug. Because you're going to have a rug that's uneven. It's going to be full of lumps and dirt. You're going to have a rug that's full of dirt and lumps. That's a fact. And that's just who I stand on. I don't fuck with pedophiles. I don't fuck with people like that. I think it should be a law. Just like across seas in Sudan and Iraq, I think it should be a law that when you're convicted and trialed and you're found guilty of doing certain things, I think your life should be taken. I don't even think you deserve to live. I mean, that's just who I am. It may sound harsh, but I'm not going to change the way I feel about certain stuff. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it at all. Let's get back into Tony Yayo and listen to what he had to say, like I said, pertaining on how he felt about the Ja Rule situation. Let's go.
Relax. I know you're nervous. He's putting on the scene. I'm not putting on the scene. I'm like, Murda, chill. Sit down, bro. You bugging. We got a lot of money to make. We got to go to fucking Italy, France, and all these places in India and fucking... I'm thinking about traveling the world. He's not making more money than us. Because a motherfucker could say, yo, Yayo's a hype man. Ask me what I made on the last tour when we did 103 dates. I'm comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, motherfucker can say whatever he want to say. I'm going to do what I got to do. I just try to stay humble and stay out the way. But, you know, I mean, a couple of days in the pen that ain't going to affect me. I'll let you know I'm used to it. I'm not saying I did long bids, but I'm not one of them dudes that's scared to go to jail for like a night or two or whatever, a couple of weeks. Or like, I'm just going to adapt to whatever's going on. I know the lawyer money's always there. I got it. Fifth got it. But it's just being banned from them flights. That shit a whole different ball game. That's the Fed. Shout to Delta too, man. For real. Shout to Delta Airlines. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after Ja Rule left the flight, that seat was empty?
Yeah, that seat was empty. Me and Murda was dancing in that shit. We ordering fucking food and that shit.
Okay, so you guys actually sat in the seat afterwards?
Yeah, so that's why we was laughing. Like, yo, he left the plane. He could have stayed. He left.
Ja Rule, so fast. This way he was safe before we got him out of here.
Well, listen, man, I don't blame him for leaving. I would have left that plane too.
You should have left from the beginning. You should have just spun around like, I'm not comfortable. Or you should have just sat down. I'm telling you, the most gangster thing he could have did, because I know you got a lot of YNs that are crazy. I know a lot of YNs and older Jews, but the YNs would have came on there, would have looked at you, put his bag up there, and y'all niggas ain't doing nothing. Put that shit up there and sat down. That would have been gangster. The young niggas in this climate now, why the streets is, nigga would have got on the plane, seen the op. They could have had 10 shootouts, killed niggas, whatever. Yo, y'all niggas ain't doing nothing. And put his bag there and sit down and put on a movie, then put on his headphones. That's gangster. I would have respected y'all for that. But all that nervous dropping your bag, we good, we good, we good. He could tell anybody what he wanted in the press. I know what happened. Murder know what happened. People on the plane know what happened. Motherfucker got a greeter. Why you think he got a greeter? So he don't got to be walking in the airport by himself. He's dolo. The money's going, Vlad. And I'm not trying to, he's a big artist. Think he had records with J-Lo. When we on a plane, like, cool, I know, listen, I know I'm a legend, right? But this nigga had records with J-Lo at a time. He was the guy. He's on that shit by himself.
It is what it is.
At a time, he was the guy.
It is what it is.
Nah, see,
I know. I know everyone.
The kids need
I
to
know
know.
everyone.
Look, the kids need to know. At a time, this nigga was the guy. He was on that shit by himself. Why you think he had the greeter? Because he can't walk through the airport by himself. People know him, but they don't know him. Because like 2 people behind us knew who they was. Knew who Ja was. Like, I knew that was Ja Rule. And I'm like, yo, you know who I am? They're like, yeah, we know who you are. So I'm like, cool. Because you know me, sometimes I forget I'm a star. I be forgetting. I love the streets. I'm like,
I can't knock Yayo for that. I can't shock. And my man Ernie Brigade said something that Yayo said. He said, I ain't got no problem going to jail for a couple of days. He said, I got lawyer money. Fifth got lawyer money. One thing I will say about 50 Cent, he's one of the biggest trolls, but when it comes to his people that he know is stuck with him through thick and thin, he's going to ride for them. He's going to ride for them to the fullest, y'all. To the fullest. And like I said, I did this show because I noticed it's like not everybody, it's so many people that are saying Yayo and Uncle Murda was wrong. So it was right for them. All right, so they'd have whipped him out. Cool, let's get it right. Yeah, they'd had the bigger advantage. They'd have whipped him out. Charges would have been pressed. Lawyer money would have had to been spent. Bond money would have had to been spent. On top of them getting told that they can no longer fly on airplanes. You think you could drive to Dubai? You ever heard anybody driving to Dubai? You think you can get in a car and drive across? Yo, let me tell you something. I am so proud to hear someone that has been through trials and tribulations in the street evolve mentally. Them niggas is not in the projects no more. These dudes have mansions. They have businesses. They just opened up a dispensary in Queens. Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo. These dudes are now entrepreneurs. They are businessmen. These are parents. You see what Andy said? They riding, your fifth gonna ride to the, yo, let me tell you something. You see what happened with BMF. You see what happened with Big Meech. Now pay attention. When Big Meech was incarcerated, and everybody felt as though that Big Meech wasn't gonna come home, 50 Cent took Big Meech's son under the wing, put him in acting school, and gave him the starring role in one of the most biggest productions 50 Cent's had, BMF. Think about it. Meech comes home and he just disregards everything that another man did for his child and him. Because it was 50 Cent's lawyers and it was Big Meech lawyers, 50 Cent's lawyers and his son Little Meech lawyers, and a combination of another group of individuals that made that process of Big Meech to be released from jail quicker than he was supposed to. So when you come home, you go take pictures with somebody that's an arch enemy, allegedly, as far as hip hop situations with 50 Cent's baby mother, Rick Ross. You see what 50 did. That nigga said it's no more BMF. It's no more BMF. 50 said, I'm not going to be running around fighting you. I'm not going to be running around endangering or losing my freedom. I will just cut you off financially. Now, Meech is running around. His son is running around going through hell of drama after that. He just got arrested with pills, a gun at the airport. His father, Big Meech, he's running around going to podcasts that people would have never expected him to even be in conversations with, because he's trying to make sure that he is developing relationships with people for an income that he would have never had to worry about if he'd have just stood 10 toes with 50. I don't understand these people. My man Chief said, honestly, I think Big Meech forgot about all the Rick Ross beef, and it's been a while since 50 and Rick went at it, but still doesn't justify Meech being with Ross. Like, it's just crazy. It just, yo, let me tell you something. I'm in jail, and a man steps up and takes my son under the wing, just off the strength of my reputation, and who allegedly I was supposed to be at one particular time when I was running around with one of the most biggest entourages ever, BMF, Black Mafia family. You take my son under the wing. I can't do nothing for my son. I'm in federal custody. I'm fucked up. You take my son under the wing, you put him in acting school out of your pocket. You take the money out of your pocket and give my son a legal revenue of stream. A legal stream of revenue, forgive me. BMF, one of the hottest shows out. I don't care. When I came home, the first thing I did is went straight to 50. Tell me what we doing. Matter of fact, we've been talking about this over dinner. Yo, who you got problems with in the industry, bro? Because it's a bunch of niggas. This is what I would have done if I was Beach Meech. There's a bunch of people that are trying to line up interviews with me and trying to rub shoulders with me, quote unquote. I'm going to take advantage of these opportunities because I'm trying to make some money too. Even though you holding me down, let me know who you have a problem with. I want to know this the first night we sitting down. I want to know, who do you have a problem with? You know why? Because the minute you tell me you got a problem with X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z will never be in the presence of me. It's nothing for me and X, Y, and Z to talk about. It's nothing for us to negotiate. I don't even want to hear what X, Y, and Z has to say, because my loyalty is to you. It's a fact. My loyalty is to you. Tony Yayo, the word loyalty, his face should be the definition. Like when you say, yo, that's my guy, that's my bro, like everybody calling each other bros. They not bros, they're fuck your broad. Niggas ain't bros. Niggas will be the first one to tell your broad a lie or the truth to endanger your relationship just because of jealousy. That's just like if a nigga, my grandfather always told me, if a man ever tell you, I wish I had a girl like you, get that nigga away from you. That's not even nothing a real dude is supposed to say. Like, what you mean, I wish I had a girl like you and you my man? Man, I wish I had somebody just like that, boy. If I had somebody like that, you know them type of niggas that be sitting around saying, man, if that was my girl, I wouldn't be in the motherfucking street. Them the first niggas that's going to orchestrate some bullshit that make sure y'all go through some problems and separate. And that's going to be the first nigga, unfortunately, if your demise where you get incarcerated. It's going to be the first nigga to tell a bitch, yo, I was liking you the whole time. That nigga ain't shit. You remember when you were saying he was fucking with such and such? I mean, these type of niggas will remember dates. Remember when back in 94 when you thought he was fucking with the bitch Tamika? He was fucking with her. He had that bitch in my crib. He used to be coming to my crib calling. I've been told him to stop cheating on you. He's the same type of niggas that the minute a nigga go on the ground, he'll want to come up and give a bunch of stories about, quote unquote, how he in love with her. How you in love with your man girl? That shit don't even make no sense. How you even look at your man girl like that? How you look at your man wife How you look at your man baby mother like that? See, that's the new thing that's going on today. These niggas don't got no loyalty. They ain't got no motherfucking integrity. They don't possess no moral compass of fact. They just moving with the crowd. That's why I don't fuck with a bunch of niggas, because a bunch of niggas is for sale. And women. A bunch of niggas is for sale. Like, if I don't fuck with, if you don't fuck with my man, I'm never fucking with you. If you don't fuck, I don't give a fuck if he right or wrong. If me and him gonna argue about him being right or wrong. But if he don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. It's not happening. It's not happening. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather die first, man. And see, the difference about me is a nigga don't even have to have that loyalty with me. I know what I possess. I know what I bring to the table if I fuck with you. If you had a problem with a nigga, I'm not saying I'm going to tell you, yo, go do something to him. I'm not saying that you have a problem with somebody and it should have to result to you being violent or you doing something to him where it could risk your freedom or his freedom or your life or his life or take you away from your family and your children. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you don't fuck with somebody, I don't fuck with them. If I fuck with you, it ain't no flip-flopping. I can't say, well, he cool too. Because my loyalty is to my friend. My loyalty is to my family, and you ain't got to be my family pertaining to blood. We don't have to share the same DNA. We don't have to share the same blood. No, your loyalty determines family or not, man. It's a bunch of people that I got that's family that ain't my blood, and it's a bunch of people that's my blood that ain't my family. Don't let that shit go over your head, man. Don't let that shit go over your fucking head, man. I don't know what it is to be attracted to one of my man's girls. I don't know what it is. I don't even look at my man. The time when I look at you is when my man introduces to you. Now, if it gets to the fact where we're all deciding that we're going to be around each other, my lady is going to be around me when you're around your lady. And then we're going to be family together. If we're going to party and hang out, we're going to party and hang out together. We're going to enjoy each other like family and friends are supposed to. That new game niggas got? Nah, I don't want your, first of all, I don't want your girl number. I don't want my woman friend's number. I don't want to talk to your friend. First of all, if I fuck with you, don't give none of your homegirls my number. It's no need for your homegirl to be calling my fucking phone. Unless you and her are together. And unfortunately, something may have happened and you have to get in touch with me. Because of her. I don't want to talk to my girlfriends. I don't want to talk to my woman friends. For what? If it's being cordial, hey, how you doing? You shouldn't be calling me. It's like my niggas shouldn't be calling my motherfucking, what, that shit don't even make no sense. But nowadays is, yo, don't worry about it. I just called her because I just was checking on her. Fuck, I don't even play like that, man. I don't move like that. And that all comes from growing up and maturing. So shout out to Tony Yayo. Shout out to Uncle Murda for displaying actions of adults. They could have whooped Ja Rule out. Yeah, and they'd have been recognized for beating Ja Rule up. They'd also been arrested, and they'd have been also told they can no longer use airplanes. So that'd have fucked up all their money for some selfish ego shit. That shit is for kids. That shit ain't for adults. Make sure y'all share this live, man. Grown folks conversation, you heard me? Make sure y'all have a good night. Everybody stay safe and stay sucker free. You now rocking with the best. You dig? Peace.